and Chris come along as they share our lives with you. We have many adventures. We're always on the go, doing errands, traveling, casinos, and much more. Nothing to stop us now. It's time for another show. The life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today and come share our lives with us. We have many adventures. We're always on the go, doing errands, traveling, casinos, and much more. Nothing to stop us now. It's time for another show. The life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today and come share our lives with us. Oh, with us.
Good afternoon. This is Cheryl. I'm on my way to Waco to take William to a doctor's appointment. I'm just getting ready to leave the house, and I'll get back on in a few minutes and talk to you. But if I'm new to you, this is Cheryl with the Life of Cheryl and Chris, and this is just a short video that I'm going up here to take my son to the doctor, and hopefully that we'll have a safe trip there, because it's supposed to rain today, and they were saying it's a lot of rain, so hopefully we won't get in all that. Okay, I'm on the road. I'm still here in my town, and I hadn't turned up on the main state highway yet, but I was just coming on for a few minutes, just checking the camera, see if it's all right and if the setting was good on it. And it seems like every time it's time for me to take my son to his doctor's appointment, it's a threat of rain. But 2 times we were supposed to get a lot of rain. We didn't get that rain, so we're gonna go on, and hopefully I'm gonna say a prayer, and I pray to the Lord that we make it up there to our destination and we make it back home safely without any bad weather. Because rain, I can drive in the rain, it's fine, but I just don't want so much rain that, it's blinding or threatening a hurricane or something like that. But I'm on my way up here, and I've talked to him, and he knows I'll be up there in about maybe 30-35 minutes. But it's fine. But anyhow, I'm on my way up here, and each time, I take this little short trip up here to pick up my son, or meet my son, or go visit my son, or whatever I do when I'm going to Waco. I always come on here and I just talk to you all for a while I'm driving, because it makes the drive a lot better just having someone to talk to.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Ooh, stop. Ooh, girl. Ain't no diary, girl. It's a dialogue. Let it out. And you can notice it comes from the 90s. Ain't no step by, more like the on the way you put it on the line. Ooh, sure, I know you feel it, girl, cause I know in Iowa, I'm sure they be saying, I'm sure we be job talking, cause you get the best of us spark, the best of Cheryl's spark. Ooh, I would try. We learn something new every day. We learn something new every day. This is just a Cheryl talk, baby. I said, this ain't no Cheryl diary, baby. Cause y'all getting funky, y'all know you about to start jiving. Ooh, baby, I'm gonna do my. I know you might see there's a surprise in every single corner. Surprise, there's something out there constantly. It's the Cheryl Talk Show, baby. Oh, get it, baby. Get it, man, let's jump, get it, man. We need a promise. Bring it back, Aria. This is the Cheryl talk show. Show's up. Blood on the audio.
I listen to the music, and I love listening to the music because I just love music. And me and my husband just finished we also have a local radio station that we run in our hometown, and I really enjoy it. It keeps me up on a lot of the music. A lot of times when I'm going somewhere with my son and we're listening to a station, I'll hear something on there that I like, some music that I like, and I always bring it back to our local radio station. That's how I find a lot of the music, just listen to music on the radio when I'm riding around here with him. And so I have to get that music located and try to see if we can get it for our station also. And the basis of our station that we have in it's just a hometown radio station. It's mostly being heard just in our county and maybe a little bit outside of the county. At one time we had a larger viewing audience because we had a larger receiver or whatever you call it that puts out more, but something happened to that one, and we hadn't been able to find one like that again. And so we just have one that was kind of like a backup radio that we had for our radio station that was like a backup. So we use that one now. And it's right in our county. Once we get kind of out of our county area, you can no longer hear it. But in our city, it's really good. And all around our little county, you know, it's pretty good. Like our county is big because it's not only in our city. It moves out to about 3 or 4, 5 little towns, you know, around. So some people can hear it out there and some people can't. But anyhow, that's what we do. And we do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we do our little radio station on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Mondays, what we do, we play music. First thing we just do the weather, and we always read the local news, national news, and then after that we do announcements for local and just close by in our area what some of the people here would be going to. We don't do announcements from all over, but we do church announcements, wedding announcements. Some people having family reunions will turn in their announcement. We do public service announcements talking about the voting. When voting was going on, we did that a lot, telling people when they could register to vote and when was the early voting and all that like that. And we have some voting coming up in May. We have already started announcing that. So we do a lot of that. And each day we have a different thing that we do each day. Like on Monday, I do what we call Monday movie review. A lot of times the movies that I'm reviewing is just movies that's on the streaming, like Prime and Netflix and Amazon, whatever kind of streaming that we have. I always tell the people about the good movies I've seen on there. And sometimes when I do get to go out to the theaters, I do those for the Monday movie reviews. But most of it just streaming stuff that I've seen on the TV that, I like to watch. And me and my family both like to watch movies. So we watch a lot of movies. And I always do that. Then on Wednesdays, we have what we call Weird, Wild, Wacky Wednesday. And we find some weird, wild, wacky facts to tell. Just like I think Chris was doing one the other day about stuff under the sea or something like that. But we always find weird, wild, wacky stuff to talk about then. And on Friday, We call it Comedy Friday, and we have a comedian that we play a lot of his comedy stuff, Shula King. If you hadn't heard of him, you might want to check him out. His name is Shula King, and he talks about really how he started out. They show him a picture of something that he saw on YouTube and stuff, and he gives his commentation of that, and it's really funny and stuff like that. And so that's our radio station. And each day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do Black History is American history. And I do that because we started doing it first. We were just doing February, Black History is American history. But like a year or two ago, we started doing it for every day. Black History is American history. Because Black history happens every day. And you can't even get all the Black history in that you want to within that little February month. So we do it every day. We do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. From January all the way to December. We do it every day. And we have, right now we're doing a section what we call it This Day in Black History, which we did, like today is 23rd, so April the 23rd, whatever happened in Black History, April the 23rd, that we can find and report on, that's what we reported on. So we do that each and every day. And it's a little Black History song after that we found, and we play that I Am the Dream. It just telling people that you can dream and you can be what you want to be. It doesn't matter your skin color or whatever. So we do that, and that's a lot of fun. And so we listen to a lot of music. Probably if we weren't doing our radio station, we might not be listening to so much music because, when we go in places, we do listen to music a little bit, but it's not a lot of good stations. Well, it is mostly here going toward Waco. There's a lot of country stations and a lot of pop, but like R&B, they don't have a lot of R&B stations. They used to have one, but I can't even find it anymore on the radio. So I don't know what happened to it. If they closed it, or they used to have it on 94.3 or 94.5, but I can't find it anymore, so I don't know. But if you ever pass through our little hometown, or if you live in our hometown, you don't know about our radio station, it's on 90.3 FM. A lot of people say they can't find it on their dial, but I think you have to kind of tune it in and stuff like that, because like I said, it's just our local, just a community radio station. I was telling you the other day that my husband, when he used to come visit, he would go down to a station that they had not too far from here. I think it was in Cameron or something like that. They were doing a radio station, and he and about three of his friends were doing it, and one of them passed away now, and one of them moved to Las Vegas, and the other one, I think he's in Austin or Dallas or somewhere, I'm not sure, but anyhow, he keeps up with them, and I don't really know too much about them. I just know they're guys that he met. One guy he met when he was working at Dell, I think Dell Computers, and the other guy, I don't know where he met him at. So anyhow, they had a little radio station that they were doing, and once theirs were finished, that's how we started doing it. He the one brought me into it. I had never done a radio station or anything like that, but my sister that passed away, Valerie, she used to be good, and she did a radio station show. We had a hometown radio, and it was country at first. It was all country. It was KMTX or something like that. I can't remember the call letters, but she was doing it, they were doing it, and she had met the man who owned the station, and he and my sister got really friendly, and so she started going out there and DJing for him and stuff like that, and she was really good. She really was. And then so she had asked him, could maybe she have like a separate little show that she just played R&B, and stuff like that, because they were just playing country at the time. And then I think on Friday or Saturday night, she could play the R&B from a certain time, like from 8 to 12 or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe later than that, because we would go out there with her, and we'll be out there for a while. And it was a lot of fun. And she had her name was Vivi on KLMT. That's what it was, KLMT. And I remember that just from saying Vivi, because that was her name then. And this is my sister that passed away. Like it's been 2 years. It will be 2 years in September. That was Valerie. And she was really popular with that little radio station. I know one time she did a meet, I guess you would call it a meet Vivi or something. She had a little catchy name for it, like Come See Vivi from KLMT or something like that. And she was at our local Sonic drive-in at that time, and she told the people, and people from that station was really good, because they could hear it all over there in Killeen. And people came to just meet her and see who she was and all this stuff like that. So it was a couple of guys came from Killeen, and they met her. And one of the guys, his name was Marty, and the other one, I think his name was Bruce. And anyhow, they came and they met her, and they started coming over to visit with us, just visit with us through the week, on the weekends, because they were stationed in Killeen at that time. I don't even know if they're still alive, and I don't even know where they are. But my aunt had been working in Killeen also. She worked over there, and my uncle used to be a serviceman over there in Killeen. He was a soldier, but he had retired when she met him. But anyhow, these two guys, one was named Marty, and the other one, I think his name was Bruce. And they would come over to, visit with us on the weekends from Killeen. And usually we would just meet up over my aunt's house. My aunt was so much fun and so friendly and stuff like that. And she had told, she was really talkative. And she had told them just come over there, and, she'd be talking to them, ask them all questions. I think one of them was from North Carolina, and one of them was from, I'm not sure where he was from. But anyhow, they would come over, and they come over on a Saturday. I guess that's the time when they were off. And they would come over, and my aunt would fix burgers for them and stuff like that. And we would have burgers, and we just sitting over there talking and playing cards and just having a good time with these two guys. They were young guys. Like, I think one was like 18, or the other was 19 or 20 or something like that. But they were young men. They weren't old guys. They were young men. And at that time, I think I might have been 17 or 18. I must have been, because I went off to college right after that, because my sister was working at the radio station when I had gone to college. So I think one of the guys kind of liked me, Bruce. He was coming see me, and but we didn't really go out on no dates and stuff, because when they came, we were at my aunt's house and just having fun and playing games and talking and listening to music and all this stuff like that. My aunt was so down to earth and stuff like that. I think her husband had passed away at that time. I'm not sure if he had passed away or not. But anyhow, they would come, and we would get over there and with my sisters. It was the three of us were, I think my other sister, she was young, because if I was 18, my other sister probably was only about, she must have just been, she's what, 5 years different than me, 6 years. Let me see. She would have been, let me see, her birthday. She was born in 60, I think she was born in 63. Okay. She would have been 62 this year. Yeah, I think she would have been 62, her birthday. And I'm already 66. I'm 67. I'll be 68. So I guess I'm 6 years older than she is. So she must have been about 12 then. So, but we had some more cousins. One of my cousins, he's turning 65 this year. So he would have been about 14, So, all of us kids, young people, we would just be around. But my aunt would be there, supervising and stuff like that. We would just be playing cards and listen to music. And she would make hamburgers for us, or hot dogs, or do something like that. Those people be riding those motorcycles. That is so, to me, it's kind of scary because they be going so fast. Look how fast he's going. I don't know how fast they are going, but look like they always going faster than the speed limit. So that's the thing. But anyhow, I was talking about how my sister, she met these guys, and because, like I said, they had at our local Sunny, she was recording from there, broadcasting from out there, and as the people came up, I think they got free ice cream cone or something like that if they said they came to see Vivi from KLMT or something like that. And once they got there, they would buy food, because the guy who she had been made friends with, these guys, they were from Oklahoma. He and his wife, they were from Oklahoma, and she had made friends with them. So when she was working at the radio station, she had asked him, could she do a live broadcast from the Sunny? And so they said yes. And so she did the live broadcast and had people for miles around coming around to meet Vivi. It was just like she was a celebrity or something. They were wanting to come see her. And I'm sure it's somebody that listens to this, that listens to our show, our video, who remembers, because I know I have some local people listening, and I know you remember. And if you remember, just put a comment in that I remember Vivi, and I remember when this happened. Or if you know who my sister Valerie was, you can put a comment there. Yes, I knew Valerie, and yes, I remember that. Because I'm telling you, when we were growing up and young, we had so much fun doing things. We didn't realize it would come a time, that we would all be here, we wouldn't all be together, and you wouldn't be doing these things. And I just think about that stuff sometimes. Like I was telling you last time, you have to really value your people, the people that you have in your life. You need to value them, because it's not written anywhere that they're going to be with you for the rest of your life. Because one may be gone, they might be here, and you are gone, or you may be here and they're gone. So while you both are together and you both are here on earth, you need to value that time and think about that, and just enjoy your life and being together with your loved ones. But that was a good time. And like I said, those young men would come down almost every week from Fort Hood. It was Fort Hood then. It's not Fort Cavazos. So they had a name change. But I've heard they wanted to change it back. And to me, that's just so cruel and mean to just change it back. Why are you changing it back? It shouldn't have never been Fort Hood, I don't think, because I don't care if they were fighting in the man. I don't think he was from Texas or not, but I know Texas had conceded from the Union, and I guess they wanted to honor all these Union soldiers. But if they think about it, these Union soldiers were really traitors. They were traitors, and they should have been killed for the stuff that they did. But a lot of them wouldn't, because America was a union, and they succeeded from that union. So, and they were even talking about doing that stuff a couple of years ago. Texas were talking about that. So I don't know if they still considering doing anything like that or not, but those people were traitors. And all these monuments that they had up for them, and all these forts that they had named after them, I don't think that was good, because you're naming these forts after people who wanted to keep people that look like me in slavery. They wanted to keep them as slaves, and that was not a good thing to do. So it wasn't anything about states' rights or anything like that. It was about they wanted to keep that free labor and to keep the people in bondage. So you should not honor those people anyhow, because it wasn't right, because we all are human. We all are human beings. I don't care if my skin is a little darker than yours, or yours is a little lighter than this one or that one. Everybody is a human being, and everybody deserves to have freedom and be free, and not be up under bondage or be up under somebody's control and acting like they're animals or anything like that. But anyhow, I've gotten off my subject, what I was talking about at first, just the radio station, how my husband and I do the radio station at home, and we don't get a lot of contributions. In fact, we hadn't gotten any contributions in a while. We're just doing this on our own. It would be nice if somebody said, you know, I really like their programming and I really like what they're doing. I'm going to send them a little contribution, because it does cost to get the equipment and stuff like that. And now I see, since these tariffs and everything is on, if we needed a new receiver or whatever, we're not going to be able to get it, because where my husband had been getting them from was over in China. So I don't know if he needed one now. Where would we get one? I guess that would end our little community radio, and we would really miss it, because we've been doing it. We started doing it in June 19th, 2017. So we've been doing it for a while. We were doing it before Juneteenth was a federal holiday, and we just picked that day because we thought that was a good day to start it, and that was my mother's birthday too. You know, I'm always having to be looking and stuff while I'm talking, but I'm trying to be still a great driver and make sure I'm looking and everything like that. But anyhow, we started it June the 19th, 2017. So we've been doing it for a little while. 2 years, it'll be 10 years we've been doing it. So that's a good thing. I don't know if we still be doing it in 2 years, because like I said, you know, things change so quick, so you don't know what'll be going on at that time. But right now we're doing it. We used to do it every day when we first started out. We was doing it Monday through Friday every day, and we're doing it much earlier. We was doing it from 8 to about 10:30, or from 8:30 to about 10:30. And now, as I think we start changing, when I gotten sick and I got my kidney transplant, we started doing it later, because you know, I had a lot of stuff I had to do, and for a while I didn't feel like sitting up there in the chair doing it and stuff like that. So we put it down to just 3 days, and my husband did it by himself for a little while, you know, but he doesn't really like doing it by himself, because it's more like you know, something we do as a couple, and it's a lot of fun. And the name of our show is Classy C and Crazy Chris. And I think Crazy Chris was his name that he did when he was doing his other radio station. And Classy C is just a name I picked when we started doing it together. So that's our show, the Classy C and Crazy Chris morning show. So we have a lot of time, and we have a lot of fun doing that together, and you know, just really comfortable, and I really like doing it, and I just look forward to doing it. Like I said, we do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now. So, and that time comes so quick. And I forgot, we do birthdays. If people got birthdays coming up, like we do the Monday birthdays, we do Sunday and Monday. So if you have one on Sunday, we go back and catch that. And then on Wednesday, we do the birthdays for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because we won't be there Thursday. Then when we come back on Friday, we do the birthdays for Friday and Saturday. So we do everybody's birthday all through the week. We do birthdays for everybody that had a birthday. And we put a shout out, and then he and I, we sing a little song for their birthday, and you know, stuff like that. And if you got a wedding anniversary, you can call into the station or email us at the station and let us know about it, and we'll announce that too. New birth, a new baby was born, we'll announce that, or whatever you have that you like to be announced. We have, like I said, we do public service commercials also, and we're announcing right now this I don't know what you call it, like it's a volunteer service. They're gonna be coming to our town June the 15th through the 21st, and they're gonna be doing just work on people's houses. If people have anything they need to do, just little small repairs, they will help them do it, and do interior, exterior cleaning, and haul the stuff away and stuff like that. So they doing stuff like that, and we announce stuff like that. And as you know, whenever I'm driving, I'm talking for a while, and I'm talking, and then I decide I am gonna get some gas while I'm up here, because every time I come, I just fill up. So when I'm riding home, I don't have to be worried about getting gas and stuff. So I'm gonna get me some gas while I'm up here, and I'm gonna try to fill up my car. Last time, it seemed like I was out there filling it up. Next thing I know, it said it was through, and I get back in the car, it wasn't all the way all full. So I'm gonna try it again, and hopefully I won't have any trouble. And this gas is much better than the gas I saw yesterday. This gas is $2.39. We saw some yesterday, it was $2.69 or something like that. But I'm gonna get right here and get some gas right quick, and I'm gonna let you go while I'm doing that. And okay, I done made it in. So I'm gonna get out and get my gas, and then I'll come back either once I'm finished my gas or once I get over William's house, because I'm gonna have to call William and let him know I'm there too. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I did my gas, and I think it worked all right this time, because I was able to get $23 worth of gas, and it's all the way on full. So I guess it wasn't no problem. Maybe I didn't do something right before. My husband said maybe I didn't have the hose all the way in there or something. All I know, it cut off real quick, and I had to go back and put some more. But anyhow, I got the gas now. I'm gonna call William, and we're gonna get on the road so he can get over there to his appointment. Okay? Okay. I called William and told him that I'm on my way, to give him time to get ready and come on out when I get there. And I had brought my water with me. I didn't even drink any water. I'm trying to drink more water. My husband and I said we're not going to drink any sodas or anything, at least for the next month. And I'll probably keep it up, because I'm trying to do better on drinking my water. And sometimes we drink sodas, but we just drink zero sugar. But even that zero sugar is probably not that good for you. So we've been cutting back on drinking sodas. So I'm drinking water. And my husband, he's been doing so good on his weight loss. I think he's lost like 45, 50 pounds. Last time we went, he had lost 14 pounds when he went to the doctor. And I weighed yesterday when I was at the doctor, and oh, it's a train coming. And I had lost a little bit from the last time I went to him, which was 3 months. I had lost 4 pounds, but that's not really that much. But I guess it's some, because I'm trying to lose, and I'm not trying to lose like 100, 150 pounds or nothing like that. I'm just trying to lose between 40 and 50 pounds. That would be just fine for me, because before I got my kidney transplant, I had gotten to a certain weight, and it was really nice. I was wearing like a size 14, and that was small enough for me. I don't want to go back to, when I was in high school, when I was in college. Because when I was in high school, I was a little smaller than what I was then. But I guess it was just different. As you grow up, your shape just changes some. Because I seem like in my adult life of being what I was before I got my kidney transplant, I was small. My legs looked like they were small and everything. And I like that size. So that's why I say I only want to lose about 40 to 50 pounds. I don't want to be as small as I was when I was in college. Because when I was in college, when I went, I lost lost about 50 pounds, and I was small then. I think I was wearing like a 10. I don't know what would 10 be now, because I think as you get older, as time goes on, these sizes just start. Better train. I just barely got over. I was saying, where's the train? I just barely got over the track. I think what might have been a 10 back then when I was in college, it probably is about a 12 now, because, you know, they just don't want people to be feeling so bad about their weight. But I've been trying to lose. I can tell I'm losing a little, because I see when I'm making these videos, and I know I'm getting older, my neck, I don't like that, how it looks up under there. But I know as you get older, your body will change. So you just have to just love whatever state you're in. Let's just be happy with every state you're in, because some people won't get to see the age you are now. So, oh, that's my son right there. Let me pull over. There's a car right behind me. I didn't even see him. He's walking. Hey, Wee. I didn't even see you. I didn't even see you. I was just talking to myself. You know how I be talking on my camera. I didn't even see that. I said I'm gonna pull up good. My son will be out in a minute. And there you were right there.
Oh, no, I took my trash.
Oh, you did? How you feeling today?
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
My stomach a little bubbly.
Oh, really? You need to go to the bathroom? What you were telling me, you wanted something to eat? You can stop at there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go for a while, and my son is here. You want to say hello?
Hello.
He said hello. There he goes. I don't have my. He said hello, but he's over there, and we're gonna get on the road, and he'll probably have some interesting talk while we driving. He always does. He said his stomach is a little upset. Yeah, you do. You be talking about a lot of stuff. You know, I like our conversation. And you were telling me you looked at a movie the other day that I had watched it. Had you been looking at that Black Mirror?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I watched all season 1.
Oh, you watched all of it?
It's like 6 episodes.
Oh, yeah, we watched one the other night about that crazy guy. You saw that guy that was doing the computer stuff. Remember that one? Them little people on the computer.
Yeah, I didn't finish that episode.
You didn't finish that. They couldn't talk about that like Will. I said, Will ain't gonna be talking to them little people on that. He went crazy over them people. And you should finish it.
You talking about the one with David Tennant or whatever in it?
I don't know who he was, but yeah.
I thought you were talking about the spaceship.
I don't know. We haven't been. That's the last one we watched about that guy. But
that one was good.
Yeah, it was. I forgot what them little things were called, forage or bugs or something they called them, and he just went crazy over that stuff. So we were watching that. But like I said, I'll be back and I'll let you know when we make it to our destination. All right, and we'll go from there. Okay. Hello, this is Cheryl. I just dropped William off. We had a little running around to do before I brought him back to his apartment. He wanted to get him a pizza from a little place up the street. So I took him by there, and I had a coupon. I was trying to get cashed in on something, so I went by there. And so now I'm on my way up the street. I'm going to stop and get some lottery tickets for Chris, and I may give me a lotto for tonight also. So after that, I'll be on my way back home. Okay, I'm back in the car. I'm getting ready to go home. I stopped, like I said, to get some tickets for Chris. I just got me one little $5 ticket. These are the tickets that I got. Hopefully he will win something big. This is the new ticket that just came out on Monday. It's a $50 ticket. He buys those, not me. And some $20 tickets and a cup of $10 and $5. So I'm on my way home. My next destination is home. I don't have to stop anywhere anymore. I've done everything I was going to do today. I can't wait to get home, get out of these clothes and stuff that I'm in, and sit down and just enjoy the evening. So I'm going to close out now for now, but when I get home I will make my final closing. So just going home. Okay, this is Cheryl. I've made it back home, and it's still light outside. I love this time of year because you can go places, do your little road trips, and get back home before it gets dark. And I like to come back home when the sun is still out and you can still see what's going on. So I'm just gonna say, this is Cheryl with the Life of Cheryl and Chris. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe and make a comment about, the things that I talked about, or like I said before, something that you like to talk about, or just asking me a question about us, Life of Cheryl and Chris, and different things like that. Well, I'm back home, and I don't have to get in here to cook anything because I've got something to eat up there for us. And I'll just make me a salad, or I got a leftover piece of chicken or something in the house that I can eat. But anyhow, I'm back home, and like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, we are the Cares, and caring is sharing, and we're sharing our life with you. Bye-bye. Have a great day, or evening, whatever time it is. See you again. Bye. This is Cheryl with the Life of Cheryl and Chris, and my little car, that was my cover, my tent that I had over my car, but I no longer have it. We had a little storm, and that's what happened to it. And my husband said they're going to try to get out there and fix it for me, but I'm going to have to get me a metal tent, get somebody to put it in here. I don't want to leave it like that, but I'm going to have to take out that fence in the front and maybe just put it there. Or just put me one over here on the driveway somewhere.
We can put it right where it is, the same spot.
Yeah. Or I can put it on the driveway. Over the driveway. Why? You'll never go anywhere without me going. Look like a gecko got caught in the door there and killed. But anyhow, that's how it is. This is just a little short video I was putting. We started to look outside earlier. It seemed like it was sleeting, and my son had just called me from Waco and said they had some sleet and some terrible thunderstorm. I said, no, we don't have any of that. We're not doing that. And no sooner I hung up from him, and then it all started, and our lights are still off. Okay.
Cameras, you gotta help me. I'm trapped in prison. I'm trapped here behind bars. I'm my inmate of a crazy hairy weenie. I got a crazy inmate, guys.
Guys, if you want to help me and get the key, just subscribe. It's only free. Like, comment, and subscribe today, Care Bears, to get me out of prison. Well, hurry. Hurry. My hairy inmate, she's crazy.
Even though this episode comes to a close, we have many more to explore. Just hit that subscribe button. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. Don't forget to drop a like and a comment, would be very nice too. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. From showdowns to casinos and even across the country too. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris, taking you places, showing you around. Come hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe so we can see you around. We appreciate you and glad you're a part of the family. We of Cheryl and Chris. You never know what we're going to next. Come along and join the fun and be a part of our journey too. Oh, we are the cares and caring and sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. From short areas to casinos and even across the country too. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris, taking you places, showing you around. Come hit that like button, please hit that subscribe so we can see you around. We appreciate you and glad you are part of the family. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. You never know what we're gonna do next. Come along and join the fun and be a part of our journey too. We are the cares and caring and sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, yeah.